Hello, this is Sarah. I'm talking to you from Netherlands. We came here to see if Netherlands would be a better option for us to Switzerland, so we are exploring the area where we're gonna live. First, you should know that I used to live in London and I'm very fearful of being in a rainy country simply because in London I couldn't get over the rain. It was very depressing for me. Here, as we were driving by north, first we went through France and all was sunny, and suddenly as soon as you enter Luxembourg and Belgium you see clouds all over your head, and then it seemed like we're gonna get very bad weather, but since we are here it's not too bad actually, and it's not raining as in London, and it's not that cold as I was expecting. When we travel like this, we prefer to book an apartment so that we can eat sometimes in our house or things. Simply because going to restaurants so every meal is a bit too much, also for Emilia. So we booked in a cottage in a countryside, and it's just wonderful. There is a wonderful view, a very nice garden, and it's just very nice in general. I wanted to tell you a little bit how the first day looking around went. We were looking at specific areas that are close to a school that we have chosen for Emilia. Looking at the area from Google Maps, it seemed like a fairly okay area, but when we went there was no one in the street, no one. Like, we could have seen in hours that we stayed there 15 people going, but very little. All the shops were closed, and there were just like 2 pubs where you could eat and maybe 1 or 2 restaurants, and I saw just 1 shop that sold something else. It was a nice area in terms of houses, but it's not maybe what we would like. I mean, we really like to walk to places, but if there are no places to walk, so it's like, what's the point? So we were a bit disappointed on that side. It didn't match our image, what we had created in our minds. Notice also that the commute that my husband would have to do if we would leave where we were planning to live because of the schools is much more than what is estimated by Google Plus, simply because it's a very trafficked area. And now we need to kind of rearrange our plans, but it's not easy. It's not easy because I don't want to push my daughter straight away into a Dutch school, and yeah, we have to find how to do it, how to bring her here and keep her in a French school. But French schools are rare, so this is why we have to commute. The school actually was not too bad. I gave the school 8 out of 10. The school in Switzerland is much more tidy and clean, and this tidiness and cleanness and everything is perfect and new. Gives you a strange impression of all being alright. Here there was not this tidiness and cleanness, but we talked to the director and he told us how it works. Apparently equilibrated lunch, warm lunches, are not an option here. He said that we cannot ask for that. We need to give the lunches ourselves. I know it's like this in many countries, but in Switzerland the program is slightly different. It ensures that kids will get their meal that is equilibrated and is warm and is with veggies and carbs and meat and everything in the plate. And they are very good actually. You don't want your child to eat a cold meal every time, but okay, I know it's like this in many countries, so it's not the end of the world. You can equilibrate your child's lunch and that's not the issue. There were some very good things about the school, like they had on the third year an immersion to English. So instead of teaching French all the time, they would immerse them in a class with an English teacher, but the same kids will have another French teacher too, so they will have two classes and they will switch during the day between one and the other. So it's like doing a 50-50% English-French. I thought that's very good. And they don't do it straight away, so once they get very confident with French, then they do this, and they start learning how to read and write in English, and then they switch to French. And he explained why it's good and why it's very beneficial for the kids. Okay, sorry, Emilia is being noisy, but she's playing. So the other very positive thing is in Switzerland, when you want to go to work, so you have long hours, you need to, on top of the school, you need to find a place in daycare. And the daycare is very expensive. So you have to bring your child in daycare, the daycare might bring it to school and bring it back to daycare, and then they will stay there until you can go and pick them up. The daycare is expensive, and the daycare is not that easy to find, because there are like small daycares with a capacity of 20 to 40 kids, and the schools have much more. So yeah, it's not the best in this term for working parents, but where in this school that we visited, they have daycare for free. So if you have to go to work, the kids will stay a little bit in daycare and then they go to school. They do the school hours and then they can stay again in daycare, and they didn't mix, unlike in Switzerland. In Switzerland, once they go to school, you have big kids and small kids in the same place. It can be good, but not that good, because, in my opinion, I mean, big kids have another level of entertainment. They need their teachers at another level. And the little kids, they need another type of entertainment, so it's very hard for the daycare teachers to stay on top of everybody. While there, they had separated them, so I thought that's a very good point. We ended up the nights that we were super tired, and my head was kind of exploding considering all these variables and everything. I think we might make it work. I think it was going to be difficult to make it work like we want, but it's life. So today, my husband, he went to visit the workplace, because all his interviews were by internet, by Skype. So now he's giving a presentation, and they will show him and explain all the contract terms and everything. So let's see what are the news from his side, and then we have again to visit some other areas which will be further away from school, but maybe in a more city-like environment, so we will have more commute, but more city life in a way. We really don't know, because we don't know. The city is the first time that we go into this area, so we really don't know where exactly we would like to be located. This is all for the first day. I will show you around if we do something. For now, we are waiting for Daddy to come back and to tell us everything about his job position and how he felt there and everything. I will update you with the rest of our journey. We will stay here over 3-4 days, and we'll view some possible houses that are for buying. I mean, in our heads it's not gonna work that we buy now, but maybe we find a perfect house. I don't know, just by chance. We have found a couple and that we like, but we don't know a lot about the location. So, and we noticed that once you go there, you get totally another feeling from what you can get when you are researching it online and from a distance. So we will see. That was all for today. Thanks a lot for tuning in. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye. So I'm gonna show you what was my tripod, because you might think, why is she staying here? So it was this one. Bye bye.